What's up, guys?
Hey,
Back with another reaction.
yeah.
What are we doing today?
So today I figured we would go into another band that I know of, but I don't know many of their songs. But I do know this song. I just don't know much about it or the band really. And it's Sweet Home Alabama by Lynyrd Skynyrd.
Never heard of them. I'm kidding. I know the song. If this is your first time seeing one of our videos, we don't lie, we don't pretend we don't know these
No.
songs, even though people seem to like that, even if it's obvious that they're lying, saying they don't know the
Yeah,
songs.
like everyone knows this song. If you've ever seen, I think the name of the movie with Reese Witherspoon was Sweet Home Alabama.
Yeah, I think
And
so.
this song, I believe, is in the movie. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
and
sure.
that was years later.
You have to have heard this song somewhere for some reason, some other and something.
Yeah, so I'm with you. I know this song. I don't know it well. I know a bunch of the words. I've
Yeah.
never examined it. You know what I mean? I just thought it was an ode to Alabama, where they're
Yeah.
from. Um, yeah, I don't know much else about the band. I know a handful of their songs, so this will be interesting.
Yes. And this will effectively be like a breakdown video.
Yeah,
So don't yell at me and be like, this isn't a reaction video. It's a reaction breakdown video because we don't know all the words to the song.
yeah,
So it's still new, you know, a
yes.
little new. But before we continue, you should check out SeatGeek.com, get tickets for any concerts, any comedians, sporting events you plan to go to, and use our promo code in the description below. There's a link, and the promo code is with Smith. That's WITHSMITH. You will get $20 off your very first order.
Yes.
And also, if you are liking his sweatshirt or anything else that he's worn, there are a few things in there that he's worn before in our videos. Check out our Amazon storefront, which is also in the link below. And there's also stuff for women, but we have like 3 women subscribers. So, I mean, maybe
Yeah.
you guys can get your girlfriends or wives something nice.
Yes.
And don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on all social media channels. I'm going to throw that link down here. And our username's right there. Okay. I promise I will get better at doing this. All right, let's go.
One, two, three. Turn it up. Big wheels keep on turning, carry me home to see my kin, singing songs about the Southland. I miss Alabama once again, and I think it's the same. Yes. Well, I heard Mr. Young sing about her. Well, I heard O'Neill put her down. Well, I hope Neil Young will remember. I said that man don't need him around anyhow. Sweet home Alabama, where the skies are blue. Sweet home Alabama, Lord, I'm coming home to you. In Birmingham.
Okay. This song literally makes me want to like pack up and leave and move to Alabama.
Yeah, yeah. I've known this song since I was little. I never knew that he talked about Neil Young here. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
That's wild. I mean, that's why we do these
Exactly.
videos for songs we're familiar with, even.
Definitely. So big wheels keep on turning, carry me home to see my kin, singing songs about the Southlands. I miss Alabama, Alabama, once again, and I think it's a sin, yes. So he's heading home. He hasn't been home in Alabama for a very long time, and he misses it. and he just wants to go back.
Yeah.
And I've never been there, but for some reason I feel exactly how he's feeling.
Yeah,
I'm like, I want to go.
makes it sound so good.
What? Yes. Why do we live in New York? Oof.
Sucks.
Well, I heard Mr. Young sing about her. Well, I heard old Neil put her down. Well, I hope Neil Young will remember a Southern man don't need him around anyhow.
That's so
What
crazy.
does this mean?
So it sounds like Neil Young was talking shit about Alabama, and they're like,
Oh, put her down. I thought they were talking about like an animal that was put
nah,
down. It was not making sense to me.
I never knew this was in this song. That's
Is he not, I guess he's not from Alabama?
I guess not, man. This is so funny because again, if you're not familiar with our channel, we show each other music, and I show her.
Yes.
Right now, we're going through Eminem's whole catalog, so that's mostly what we've done. And in hip
Yeah.
hop, there's constant like shit talking and back and forth disses. It's so funny to see that in this song.
That's
I have no
crazy.
clue about this. I don't know. I don't know the backstory. I don't
Who
know.
is Neil Young again? Like, what is he? Is he in a band? Sorry,
So
guys, I don't know.
he was with Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young, which is literally each of their names.
That's a long title
Well,
of a
it
band.
was each of their names. You know what I mean? So it
I've
was
heard of them.
Crosby, Stills, and Nash, and then Young added on.
Yeah.
So I like there's a few good Neil Young songs. Heart of Gold is the one I like that I've played that you would know.
Is that the mumbling one? No, that's Fields of Gold.
Yeah, it's different.
Different thing. Sorry.
So yeah, this is crazy. I didn't know. I'm gonna look up, see if I can find anything about it.
I'll keep going as you do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Meh. Sweet Home Alabama, where the skies are so blue. Sweet Home Alabama, Lord, I'm coming home to you. Take me with you. It's self-explanatory.
Yeah, so it's like a love song to where he's from.
Of course.
Okay, hold on. I think I have an annotation about the backstory here.
Okay,
Let's see.
yes. Is that everyone in Lynyrd Skynyrd?
I think so.
I
So
didn't know there were women.
okay, so I'm ignorant mostly.
Me
You
too.
guys in the comments,
You're
you
gonna
let us
laugh
know.
at us.
But there's like a crazy story. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there was a plane crash and some of them died, right? So that's horrible, right?
Yeah, of course.
But then, if I'm not mistaken, I feel like it was something like 20 years later, another one of the band members was on the same road in the where it happened, or there was two motorcycle accidents and he died. Two motorcycle accidents on the same road. I'm mixing up stories. It's either two people died on the same road years apart, or it had something to do with the plane crash and then a motorcycle accident. I don't remember. Let us know in the comments. You
Yeah.
guys will know. The story's crazy though. It's like insane what happened.
Because if all those people are members, that's a big band.
Okay.
Huge band.
I'm gonna read the
No
annotation
further.
about okay. She is Alabama.
Yes.
So, and then it says Neil Young made two songs, Alabama and Southern Man, that were critical of the South in the 70s and portrayed Alabama as a bastion of bigoted crackers.
Ooh.
Perhaps Lynyrd Skynyrd suggests that a true Southern man is so unrelentingly racist that he won't be swayed from his bigotry by some Canadians' rock music. More likely, they're saying that a true Southern man already abhors institutional racism and thus doesn't need someone like Neil Young to rag on him. While the Neil Young line seems hostile, it was really meant to be much more friendly. There was a mutual feeling of camaraderie between Neil Young and Lynyrd Skynyrd. Lead vocalist Ronnie Van Zant can even be seen wearing a T-shirt with
know his
Neil's.
Okay.
Blah, 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 blah. That's funny. Legend has it that Ronnie often asked Neil to make a cameo on stage during Sweet Home Alabama to deliver the line, Southern man don't need no help anyhow. Their relationship was so congenial that Neil actually offered the song, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so they're taking a shot, but supposedly in a friendly way.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I don't care.
All right.
But let's all go to Alabama. Who's with me?
Yeah. About it.
In Birmingham, they love to go now. Boo, boo, boo. Now we all did what we could do. Now Watergate does not bother me. Does your conscience bother you? Tell the truth. Sweet home Alabama.
sorry. I meant to pause here and I got lost in the music. Apologies. Okay.
So I did look it up. There was a plane crash where a bunch of the members died.
Were those women in the band or were they the wives?
I'm sure they're probably in the band at some point.
Other picture.
Yeah, so
You guys are, all you Lynyrd Skynyrd fans at home are probably like laughing your asses off at us right now.
so it talks about they had the
So
car accident.
there was Ronnie Van Zant, Gary Rossington, Alan Collins, Johnny Van Zant, Ricky Medlock, Artemis Pyle, Steve Gaines, Cassie Gaines, Ed King. I'm assuming all of these people weren't in together at the same time,
Yeah, at
but I'm
some
guessing that these are
point.
people who were at one point. Billy Powell, Leon Wilkeson, Bob Burns, Dale Krantz Rossington, Leslie Hawkins, Carol Chase, Mark Mateka, Larry Jungstrom, Michael Cardellone. It's a long list of people, but I think I saw those two ladies.
Yeah, it's a lot of people.
All right. So let's go. In Birmingham, they love the governor. And then they said boo, I believe. They boo him. They're like, boo the governor.
You might be right. It sounds like that. Yeah, boo, boo, boo.
Yeah, they're like,
Is
or
the
they said
lyrics.
ew, something like
It's
that.
boo.
Who was the governor?
George Wallace.
Who's George Wallace?
He's the guy that tried to stop. He wanted to keep up segregation. I believe he
Okay.
was the one that literally stood in the way. The famous picture of the black girl trying to go to school.
Ruby Bridges?
Maybe. I don't know. But yes, he was a pro segregation guy. George
So
Wallace.
that makes sense.
Got that.
Now we all did what we could do. Okay, I
Mhm.
guess like he's obviously still he was still the governor.
Or saying like they wanted they talk shit about him, they didn't agree with him, you know what I mean? But there's
Yeah,
not much they could do.
yeah. Now Watergate does not bother me.
So that's funny.
That is funny.
So Nixon,
Yeah.
does your conscience bother you? So why are they saying it doesn't bother them? Are they being ironic?
Well, I mean, if we're gonna really think about it, the Watergate scandal doesn't really affect them. It doesn't really affect like what was it again? What happened again?
So they broke into the
Yeah, they
DNC.
listened to all of his like phone calls, right?
So well, Nixon he recorded all his combos and
Why?
evidence came out. I don't
Why?
know. I don't know.
Don't do that.
And there were some missing minutes, like 20 or a half hour or something, or hours, I forget. But even without that part, there still was enough evidence to.
It
So,
was just a lot of incriminating
so what happened
shit.
was supposedly Nixon had no clue about the break-in. So there's a famous saying that is the cover-up is worse than the crime. That seemed to have got very popular in the zeitgeist around this time because Nixon apparently had no clue about this breakup, but it was a break-in that the people on his team did. But when he found out about it, he covered it up and
Okay.
tried to protect them and keep it from getting out, you
Okay.
know?
So I could see why it doesn't really bother them because it, it didn't directly affect really any of the public.
Yeah, interesting. So the annotation on the line now, Watergate does not bother me. Does your conscience bother you? Tell the truth. So they said essentially Skinner are saying we didn't vote for George Wallace and we didn't vote for Nixon either. If you want to run me down for being from a state that elected George Wallace, well, you're from a country that elected Richard Nixon. So how about
Uh-huh.
that? So that's interesting.
Yeah. Very interesting.
S-
I didn't realize how political
Me
this song
me
got.
neither. I'm so ignorant to it.
And then we go with the chorus again. But then at the end, he says, "Here I come, Alabama."
Yeah.
And I love that. And I just said that with like a fake Southern accent for some reason.
Well,
Pretend like I didn't just do
you
that.
were like saying it the way he said it in your mind, you know?
Attempting, I guess.
Yeah.
All right.
Now muscle shoals has got the swampers, and they've been known to pick a song too. Lord, they get me on so much. They pick me up when I'm feeling blue, and now how about you? Sweet home Alabama, where the skies are blue.
Okay, that was kind of funny at the end.
Yeah, it was. So it's interesting. The music is so iconic. Like if you were just to do play an instrumental of
Yeah,
this song, it's amazing. But his voice, so his voice in and of itself is like iconic too.
yeah,
And then obviously
exactly.
the chorus is. I don't know like what's better. It's also like great. You know what I mean?
No, I know what you mean. This had me confused though. Now Muscle Shoals has got the Swampers.
Yeah, here's an
What's a
annotation if you
swamper?
want to read
Sure.
this.
Muscle Shoals is a 12,000 person recording studio where musicians like Bob Dylan, the Stones, and Lynyrd Skynyrd recorded by finding new ways to meld R&B and rock, and it's been credited as an origin site for southern rock genre. Muscle Shoals sound rhythm section owners of the original studios are referred to as the Swampers. Okay. And they've been known to pick a song or two. Lord, they get me off so much. Did that mean what it means today?
So, well, if something gets you off, it could be like, you get your kicks, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. And then they pick me up when I'm feeling blue. Now, how about you? I'm like, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure. And then, okay, the chorus, which doesn't change. Then we come
change a
here,
little
which
bit,
kind of
yeah.
made me laugh.
Hmm.
It goes, Sweet Home Alabama, oh, sweet home baby, where the skies are so blue and the governor's true.
So for the annotation on that line, it says this is either fully ironic or fully defiant, depending on one's reading of the boo 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 earlier in the song. So I totally read this as
I
they're
read
being
it as
critical. Yes,
sarcasm.
that they're being critical.
It's
Apparently,
funny.
some people are debating whether they're actually like supporting George Wallace and, segregation and racism.
No,
I don't get that
they're
at all.
against it.
Yeah, I don't
They
get that.
literally just said boo,
I
boo,
know.
boo. There's no other way to interpret the word boo.
I know.
If you're performing or doing something and someone says boo, it's always negative. I've
So,
never heard someone say boo unless it's like, hey, boo, in
yeah,
a positive way.
I agree. That's how I interpret it.
Yeah. And then Lordy. Lord, I'm coming home to you. Yeah, Montgomery's the answer. That's a city or a city in Alabama.
Is it? It's the capital, I believe.
Montgomery? Maybe I don't know Alabama that
Tell
well, even though I
you.
really want to
Let's
go.
see. Montgomery's got the answer. So that's weird. It says, oh, it is the capital city.
Mhm.
But the lyrics here, it says Mont. It's cut off and then says Montgomery. I didn't.
He's probably just doing that.
Oh, wait. They're talking about something about that.
Okay. At the end, Ronnie is saying Montgomery's got the answer. Cooper always recorded at least two vocal tracks. The first Mont, you hear Ronnie say, is from the first vocal track. Then during the mixdown, Cooper shut that track off, and you hear Ronnie say the second Mont. Get it? Montgomery's got the answer. Okay, so he blended two tracks, and one kicked off at the end of Mont, and one started at Montgomery.
Mont. She's got the answer. I don't know if I actually heard it. Can we hear it real quick?
Yeah.
I want to hear the. It should be
Um,
like that. It should be almost at the end of the song.
Oh,
No.
sweet home. Well, the skies are blue and the numbers true. Sweet home, Alabama. Lord, Lord, I'm coming home to you. Yeah, yeah. Montgomery's got
Oh, okay. It's not the way they wrote it. It's
Mont.
Montgomery's got the answer.
No, it does say Mont, and then Montgomery's got the
Oh,
answer.
really?
Yeah,
Huh.
it's interesting.
Yes.
Wow.
So, we've both known this song for like God knows how long, years, and I
Right.
never knew how political it was. I never really knew what the verses to this song were. I really just know the chorus in the beginning.
Yes, so this was released on 1974. Second Helping is the title of the album. So yeah, this is around for our whole lives. We were
Yeah,
born in the eight. Well, I was born in the 80s.
I was born in the 90s.
Yeah.
But
So
it's really good.
yeah, it's cool. Like I know this. It's so iconic. It's had so many like renaissances this song. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just in my life,
exactly.
I can imagine since 74, it's had even more in between.
Oh, for sure. I think it's like in any movie that is filmed in Alabama or
Yeah.
like any like country type movies, like
Yeah, I feel like it's covered a lot too. I feel like a lot of people cover this song.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So don't forget to check out SeatGeek if you want to buy some tickets. Use our promo code with Smith for $20 off your first purchase.
Yes.
And check out our affiliate store. We got his and hers, some of our favorite products.
Yes.
Check that out as well. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.
See. Bye.
Bye.